An economist in the country have assured that there is no cause for alarm regarding the surge in the Central Bank of Nigeria's loans to banks, which has reached a historic high of 1.2 trillion naira in the first 7 days of 2025. According to the data from the Apex Bank, the 1.2 trillion naira loan to banks is the highest in 5 years, marking a 961.3% increase from the 104.2 billion naira reported in the same period in 2021. Now, speaking to TV360 Nigeria, economist Mohammed explained that the liquidity squeeze is primarily due to outstanding debt. However, he urged the CBN to investigate banks facing liquidity issues and recommend recapitalization where necessary.
Well, I don't think there's cause for alarm. If you look at it, even your report, some of those liquidity squeezes as a result of the standing lending, borrowing they did to some of most of their major clients that are importing a lot of, we are an import-driven economy, so I don't think there's cause for alarm. And when you look at those liquidity squeeze that you're looking at, you know that some of these facilities were being given by the tier two banks. If you look at the tier one bank, they are still awash with a lot of liquidity. And that is why the CBN is saying that a lot of these banks should recapitalize, and so that will help us from having issues like this. But I don't think it's cause for alarm. Like I keep saying, the most vibrant sector of the Nigeria economy is the informal sector, and it's largely driven by cash. So you see what we always say, that when you start that sector of cash, then you begin to see the kind of problem that you are seeing. Take advantage of that sector, which is very vibrant for the Nigerian economy. So there's no cause for alarm. It doesn't mean that if you are saying that the non-performing loans have gotten to that height, then we'll be afraid. But if it's about liquidity squeeze, and this is due to the lending to most of their major customers for the importation of goods, and they have the standing orders, maybe they've had it in December, and so running into January, so I don't think there's any cause for alarm on that. When you look at the central bank, keep telling us that all Nigerian banks are liquid. And like I said, the central bank did not give us the name of the banks that are involved in this thing, but this type of liquidity squeeze. But I can assure you that it more or less will be the tier two banks, those banks that are really not highly capitalized. For the highly capitalized bank, for the tier one banks, they are watched with a lot of liquidity. And then the positivity about that is if this lending are being given to the real sector, and that will also have a snowball effect on the economy, which will cause for celebration. So I don't think the effect is for the CBM to be able to come in and street that gap. It's a short time